Hey guys, welcome to the next section of this course where I'm going to talk briefly, or hopefully briefly, about layering kicks, because I know this is something that I used to do and I feel like a lot of people do. I want to throw out that I'm a firm believer in that you shouldn't have to do it. If you have good samples, and this goes back to a couple videos ago, if you're generating a quality kick tone, whether it's from a sample or a plugin, you shouldn't have to layer too many samples together to get a good kick. You certainly shouldn't have to layer like 3 to 5 samples together. Let's go back to what we talked about, where we looked at each kick has 3 individual sections: the tick, the body, and the sub. Well, you need to be cognizant or aware of that when you are trying to layer a kick. So we have this kick sample that we used before. Right, now if I just throw in another kick, I just picked it randomly. All right, we'll roll with that. I'll copy and paste it out. Okay, and let's listen to these 2 kicks together now. I mean, it's bigger, it's louder, but that's one of the tricks that our ears like to play on us. Louder things that are louder seem better. But right now I can hear these are 2 different pitches. Like if I load up, let's put scope on my master. Well, actually, I'll load it up on both of these tracks here. This could be one of the pitfalls of layering if you're not aware of this. So let's load up scope. This kick is an A, or an A sharp. It's very close to one of those. And let's see what this one is. All right, so that's about an A, and this one's an A sharp. So let me get, these are all these kicks really A? That's gonna blow my mind. All right, let's see what this is. Okay, so that's a B1, so let's roll with this. So we have a B and an A. So let me copy these out. I can't believe both of those were A. What are the odds of that? All right, so let me copy these out. And we'll start to see if we can hear if this is a good layer or not. Well, if we listen to these, you can hear the differences in the pitch. I mean, one's a B and one's an A, so that's like me playing. Let me load up this pluck, right? And here's an A, and here's a B. It's not a very cool tone. It's actually really dissonant, especially if I go low with it. That's what's going on with my kick. Just a lot lower in frequency. So you don't want that happening. So again, if you have a good kick sample, you shouldn't have to layer. Like if you buy or make quality samples or sounds, you're not gonna have to layer a whole lot. But if you want to do it, let's say we like the tick and the sleigh bell from this kick, and we like that more analog body from this one. Well then, layering might be something that you want to do. But it's not, layering isn't just stacking samples on top of each other. You have to actually edit those samples to get it to fit. So if I tuned this sample using what we talked about in the last video, like a pitch shifter or a sampler, then I could layer both of these together. But again, I have 2 different subfrequencies, and you can see here, if we look at how they're vibrating, so we have phase cancellation too, which is no good on a kick, right? This is going up. This sine part of the wave's going up right here, right? And this is going down. So that's going to cancel each other out, and I don't want to get into too much about phase, but basically they wash each other out, and so you lose punch. So layering samples can actually diminish the punch, or that perceived idea or volume of the kick is really coming through your mix, and you really hear it well. So you may have to actually tend to, if you layer and you do it incorrectly, you may have to boost the volumes louder to get that punch, and then your mix is going to be weird. All right, so let's look at how we can layer these actually together. Let's say I like that first part of this kick. I'm just going to drag in. Okay, where's that sleigh bell coming at? I like that sleigh bell. It's kind of cool. Okay, so I hear the tick. I hear a little bit of the sub, but not a whole lot. Let's just crossfade this a little out. All right. And then let's say I don't want to take, I want more of the sub of this kick. Well, then what we'll do is we'll take before this first sample ends, and then we will crossfade. It's very important to take before, otherwise you're just gonna get a weird result. So let's listen to this. Right? So I just made a new kick. That's how you start to actually layer, full kicks together to blend in new kicks. You shouldn't just stack on top of each other. You should be creating whole new kicks if you like certain elements of one of the kicks. Right? As opposed to this. So we made a different kick. Whether or not it works with this, that remains to be seen, and that's just something that you need to check with the tuning and all those pitfalls that we looked at before. But yeah, that's how you're going to want to layer. I could layer in like another hi-hat with this. I could layer in another body kit or kick that doesn't have sub-frequency just to make it bigger. But layering is not as easy, unfortunately, as just dragging and dropping multiple samples on top of each other. All right, so that sums up this section on layering. I'll see you in the next video.